Hello everyone, welcome to Shop Local Spring Edition 2021. I am Amber Carlton with Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices Premier Properties, and today I'm joined with Justin Kolling and Lorraine Thompson at Green Therapy Center. Thank you so much for having me.
Hey, yeah, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for coming in. It's good to see you.
Absolutely. So what all do you guys have going on here? Tell people about Green Therapy and the benefits of CBD.
Yeah, so here at Green Therapy Center, our biggest focus is education. People hear CBD and it's a big buzzword. CBD is everywhere, and let's say you hear it from somebody else. I'm taking CBD because it helps me with this. Well, the big thing is that when you come in as a customer, we're going to educate you so you know exactly what you're taking. We're going to ask you what you kind of have issues with your daily lifestyle, where you need help, and then we will help plug in the products that are going to benefit you the best.
Yeah, because CBD is not created equal. I mean, one size does not fit all. There's a bunch of different, cannabinoids in itself. There's isolates, broad spectrum, full spectrum, and that's not something that generally you guys need to know about. If you do your research, with most of you do coming in, which helps us immensely because it shows that you actually care about the products just as much as we do and want to know what is exactly going in your body. And then when you come in here, we kind of break that down for you a little bit more. Like Justin said, we actually do a little analysis on you, like where's the pain, anxiety, stress, kind of what that's like and what your typical day is like, so that we can say, okay, these are the products that are best for you and will work best with your busy schedule.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I just heard like 12 terms that I'm not familiar with, so we might have to do a second segment on breaking that all down. What about for your furry friends? I've heard that there's some goodies for them here too.
Yeah.
Take this away.
Okay, so furry friends, awesome. Like before, I should have said this. As mammals, we all have an endocannabinoid system. So we all make CBD ourselves, including our four-legged friends, three-legged, how many ever legs you want to give them. So we actually do have pet treats. We have them in biscuits, chewy pet form, and then we also have tinctures for pets too. I know that I have two morbidly obese kitties that absolutely love our chewy treats, and it makes them be calm when I'm away from the day for most of the part. I mean, I'm gone all the time now, and they kind of freak out when I'm gone, so at least I can give that to them before I leave and when I get home to say like, okay, it's gonna be okay. And then when I get back, it's like, oh, she wasn't lying, she's back home, and it just calms their anxiety.
Yeah, I hear a lot from people, because I don't have any pets, but dog owners, or a lot of people that come through the door, they talk about how not only does the CBD help with the separation anxiety, but it's also like when they have to go get groomed, or if they have to take a long road trip or something that's kind of, gets them anxious, they will give them CBD to help them just relax. So if they're driving for 2 hours, well, then the dogs relax. Or if they have to, get trimmed up or get their nails trimmed, or even just a bath at home, they'll give them CBD just to relax them so they're not battling with the dog and everything like that. So those are things that I never would have thought of because I don't own a dog or anything like that. But like hearing those stories and learning from the customers' experiences coming through the door really helps us as the people, making the product, so we can get feedback and make, better products and suggest, better products for different situations.
Right, and mine, it also helps with inflammation. Maybe if you have an older little pet friend, inflammation in the joints or any pain at all, it really helps. I know my guy, one of them has a bad wheel, but now he's able to jump up on the counter again after taking CBD for a couple weeks.
And I just want to elaborate on that. The cool thing about Green Therapy Center too, and kind of transitioning, is that we grow our own product, our own plants here and everything like that. So we have direct communication with our formulators. So going to the biscuits, well, we started with a dog biscuit, and it's a little bit harder of a treat. Well, customers are coming in and saying, hey, I have a 13-year-old dog that has, tough teeth. Like, he can't take this. And we're like, oh, okay. So then we called the formulator up, said, hey, what do we got to do for a chewy treat? And, 3 weeks later, boom, we made a chewy treat because we took the feedback that people are wanting and needing, and we create a product that's going to help. And, that's the cool thing, is having all the control within our power to make anything we need to. We don't have to call a corporation and say, hey, what's your best wholesale price over there in Texas? Like, give us what you got. No, we're gonna make it ourselves, and then you have a good quality product, and we third-party test everything.
Right. Third-party testing is very important, which is something not a lot of people talk about. but we have what we call a COA, or a certificate of analysis, for all of our products. So you know that what we're telling you is in it is exactly what's in it. And we do that third-party tested in a completely like sterile environment. It's an awesome facility. And so you can trust that you're getting out of your products exactly what we tell you is in them.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So basically, if you have any pain, anxiety, I know Justin mentioned to me once too, I have a million things going on all the time, so just focusing tends to be tough for me, so we're going to look into something like that for me. What are there any other things that if you've got an issue with, you might want to look to CBD for?
I got this one.
Okay.
Sleep.
Yeah.
So I have been a bad sleeper since I was yay high. I mean, 3 hours a night was good for me, like in a row, like that was awesome. So even starting here, I've been on prescription medications like an Ambien or Trazodone, you know, stuff like that really knocks you out. And it's not necessarily great sleep, but it does the job. I thought that was as good as it could get. So starting here, I realized that there is a certain cannabinoid that has sedative properties, and we have that in a product here. So it's like, okay, well, I have to try that one. It was within, I mean, the first maybe 2-3 days of taking that, I was like, oh my gosh, I was sleeping almost 6-7 hours a night. And I'm like, what is this? Is this how normal people are? Like, oh my gosh, no wonder everyone's so much more productive than I am, kind of a thing. And within, gosh, I think it was about 3 months of me taking that consistently, I was completely off of all my other sleeping meds. And so, that was a big thing for me. So I'm like getting chills thinking about it. But I'm like, if nothing else, I know us as Americans, there's 20,000 things going on that we just need to relax and shut our brain off at the end of the day. And this rest formula completely did it for me.
Yeah, and we have, you know, specialized products too, because not only are we, you know, making products out of the flower itself, but we also use the leaves, the terpenes, and there's a lot of science behind what we do, and we don't need to get into that because that could be another, you know, show on its own. Yeah. But using the whole plant, we're not just taking one little piece of it, we're using the whole thing. So we're using terpenes. So all of our products here are terpene infused. Think of that as like the scent of the profile scent of the plant itself, and those do something different in the body as well. So like you were saying, for focus, we have a specialized product that helps, you know, you have your base of your CBD, but then we also infuse terpenes to help with the actual focus itself. So if you know your number one ailment is focus, well, we can go that way. Well, let's say you have issues with focus, anxiety, depression, sleep, like all these different things. Well, that's the cool thing about CBD is that think of your body as like a buckets. There's different buckets we got to fill. Well, like someone that has a lot of ailments, they have more buckets to fill. You just need to take more milligrams of CBD throughout the day. Whereas someone that just has, you know, maybe a couple buckets that needs to be filled, they don't have to take nearly as much. And that's the hardest thing I think for us is when people ask, well, how much do I need? Well, you just got to kind of play around with it and kind of figure out, kind of log what you're taking and see what's really helping you. And then we can kind of bring that back in and we can say, hey, this is the most cost-effective way to kind of get you to your goal and keep you going with this stuff too.
Absolutely. I think that's why I like that we offer products that have either different applications and different strengths of milligrams, because you can really play around with it. Like, oh, maybe you start off taking 2 doses of a tincture a day and you're like, maybe that's too much. You taper back and you're like, oh, I need a little bit more, but not quite. Throw in a gummy in there and boom, you're good. Like, it's nice to be able to play with it and be like, you can actually feel your body responding to the CBD and feel like, okay, I found what amount works for me.
And you don't have to do like 20 different things to heal all your ailments.
Exactly.
Controlling the dose.
Yep.
Exactly.
And the cool thing here is that, I mean, I would probably say 75% of the people coming through the door is pain.
Yeah.
You know, pain, people coming in. The cool thing is we have a sample that you can use, and I can see when people walk in, they're limping in. Are you in pain right now? Yes. I will apply a topical to them, like a heating and cooling cream, and in about 2 minutes, they can see that's working, and they're just like in shock, like, how is it? Because they've never done it before. They don't understand it. So then they know that's actually working, and that's, I mean, we're very prideful on the product we made because it is a very, very high quality, and that's why we have the sample. Because I could tell you all day long, hey, once you get home, you put this on, in about 2 minutes, it's going to work. You know.
But you're home.
You're home, whatever. And I'm the sales rep trying to get it out the door. No, that's why we're truly customer focused, because everybody has a different issue, and that's just something we're really prideful on.
Yeah, I love it because you put it on them and maybe you chat for a couple minutes, and then we'll walk kind of around the store, like showing them the product, and they're kind of like kicking it like, oh, wow. Or if it's their back, it's like, wow, like the relief, or they like that menthol cooling.
Yep.
And yeah, and so it's really cool to be like, and then you get kind of like prideful because since it is our own product, it's like, yes, like something that we helped create, like is helping someone else.
Yep.
And so it's kind of nice feeling, fulfilling feeling to like see it in action. So that's why I like giving samples out. Obviously COVID friendly right now, but just to see how it works with them and be like, see, it does work.
Yep.
Like, oh, it's so good.
Awesome. Well, I think that is a lot of information for everyone to take in. So thank you so much, Justin and LT, for talking to us. Everyone come check it out. Talk to your local CBD experts on everything you need to know for you and your furry friends. Have a great day.